That's what I'm talking about. And I'll tell you, we've talked today about some of the things that are going wrong on Earth. And things do go wrong on Earth from time to time. Now, granted, for at least for the time being, Earth's the only fucking planet we got, you know?
You're right.
What the hell else could we do? But we aims to change all of that as humanity attempts to make a leap towards becoming an interplanetary species.
Yes!
So it's time for us to talk about that good space shit this week.
Let's do it.
Hell yes. I love the little song that goes with it, man. Outstanding.
Beautiful.
Guys, right off the bat, I gotta tell you, motherfuckers are worried about what happens here, what's gonna happen here on Earth in the near future. Luckily, we've already got at least some protection we know about. An asteroid the size of the Eiffel Tower is heading for Earth in December. Motherfuckers are worried. They are
Somebody
worried,
call Bruce
dude.
Willis.
But I'll tell you something. Those of us who follow the knowledge and wisdom of Al-Hud al-Azim already know that if that was going to strike Earth, he would simply rise from the ocean and swat it away with his mighty tail, sir.
That is true.
Yeah, all hail Blue Whale, Krill will be unto his name. However, in the event that there were several at the same time, or I don't know, the whale was taking a nap or something, we still need to come up with some kind of plan out there. Planetary defense test to see if an asteroid's path can be changed is about to launch. They're doing it. They called Bruce Willis, and they're going out there. They're taking Bruce Willis and Batfleck and Steve Buscemi, and they are flying the fuck out there.
Owen Wilson.
Was Michael Clark Duncan in that movie?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
And then that one guy who's like, why you got a gun in space?
That's not one of the Wilsons? I can't. It's been a long time.
Wilson was the one who said...
I know the guy you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know what his name is.
Scariest environment imaginable. That's all you had to say. Scariest environment imaginable.
So they are setting up a program to try to test this shit. They They want to fly out there and see if they can change an asteroid's path. And wow is correct, Fred. Now, my question is this.
Wow.
Do they make a synthetic asteroid and fly it out there? Like, how do you test this?
How do they know? I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, what do they do?
How do they know?
They put a laser out there or whatever the fuck it is. It looks like a laser to me. Although shooting a laser out the back, maybe that's just telemetry information. It's not the actual weapon.
Zapping it. I think it's zapping it.
It's giving it the zap. Wow. That's what it sounds like when it splits asteroids.
Wow. It's appropriate.
Sounds like a tiny lightsaber.
Fascinating.
Oh, boy. So they're going to fight. This segment has doubled in length. They're going to try to fly it out there and test it. Wow. I have no idea how they're going to do it. I'm very interested to see how it goes because it's still going to take some time for us to get to where we need to get. The search for another Earth across the galaxy heats up. Heats up? What the fuck is that? He's heating up. We're about to be on fire if we make another. I'm just saying, how many people are out there looking? You know what? I don't even care, man. I'm glad there's a bunch of people trying to figure it out. Because let me tell you something. Proxima Centauri B is pretty fucking far away, dude.
Yeah.
There's no way we could currently get there and settle. But we're attempting to do it in our own solar system because, I mean, fuck, dude. All this talk about resources being short here on Earth, well, fuck, it's not like we can make more necessarily. You can to a degree, but you know what I mean. You can synthesize certain things and you can manufacture. But there's only so much raw material and only so quickly we can get it done. It becomes hard to raise enough livestock and crops, etc., to fucking feed everybody. What would be the easiest way to lessen that need and to make it easier, not to bitch and yell at everybody about how terrible they are, Greta Thunberg, telling people how stupid they are will never get them on your side, but wouldn't it be great if suddenly we could split the population? And half of us could go to another planet where there's a whole new set of resources, a whole new set of landscape on which we can build the ability to manufacture. Right? You see what I'm saying here, man? You can't just Thanos the planet and kill everybody, dude.
It's true, and you also can't control everybody, so we're
Right.
gonna have to do something.
Well, you know, I'll tell you, if you and the wife have an apartment, and then you have 3 kids, I'm sorry, son, you're gonna have to get a bigger house. You're gonna need a bigger house. You can't make the box you're in any more efficient than it already is. You got these kids sleeping in a chest of drawers, man. Wow.
I sleep in a drawer. Wow.
You're gonna have to spread out some. And you think things are tough with 8 billion motherfuckers on Earth. Imagine it with 50 billion. Good Lord, entanglement can't come fast enough. You wouldn't believe how little resources you need when you're a ghost. But I still think it's a worthy endeavor for us to try to get out there and find another place to fucking live. Or be dead, whatever the case may be. And so, that being the case, NASA says they need a new telescope so we can find another planet. I guess that's what they mean when they say heating up. Now, my question is, if you need a better telescope than the ones we've got, which are already pretty badass, to find Earth's twin, how fucking far away are you expecting people to move, dude? That's one of those scenarios where it would have to, A, be a ship so big that it could go that far, but it would have to carry so many people that there would be generations happening. There would be people that have never seen a fucking planet. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how goddamn long it would take to get there. Unbelievable. Your Corona says there's
man,
no
think
other
about it.
planet. Oh, well, he's already seen every inch of the observable universe, apparently. So
It's impossible, G.
Oh, well, that's it's impossible. Technology is ridiculous, man. You know, we can make shit more
He said
efficient
on his
on
microphone over the internet.
We can make shit more efficient on Earth. Certainly, I agree with that. Jesus Christ, can we turn on the nuclear power plants, please? But that's maybe efficient. Yeah, see, I knew it was coming. Knew it was coming in the chat. Dude, I don't care how much you want to try to make things communist where everybody has the same, which makes literally no sense, or how much you think we can make things, even if they're triple the efficiency, they could be 10 times the efficiency they are now. The population is not going to stop growing. So, yeah, maybe it can handle 8 billion. Wait till it's 100 billion humans.
Yeah.
What are you going to do then? It's not a permanent solution. And honestly, another planet's not even a permanent solution. But Jesus, I think it would buy us some more fucking time than wind farms. You know what I mean? And in addition to that, if we can do it with one planet, we can do it with 100 planets. Now we're talking about a real solution. Now we're talking about a species being able to perpetuate itself on a really large scale. And to be honest, I would think super religious types would be really into a plan like this. You know, the people that assume that humanity on Earth is the only life in the universe. Well, then you don't got to worry about any fucking armies when you land on somewhere else. Just go out there and get it. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
I'm into it.
I would be down with living on another Earth, you know? Maybe a little cleaner place, you know? It'd be fresh. There'd be no other people there. You just have to worry about, like 2-headed tigers and shit.
I just like the assumption in the chat that if 90% of the wealth is owned by 5% of the people, they also somehow have 90% of the food at their house. You know what I mean? Like, that's not the resource in question here. And honestly, it takes billions to get to another planet, so maybe hold off on demonizing those people at every possible turn. So, what NASA's doing right now is what's called the Artemis missions. And if you don't know something about this, basically they're looking to get out there to the moon and see if we can colonize in a small fashion, something close by, right? The moon's somewhere we can get to. We can't get to these exoplanets yet. Mars presents a lot of its own challenges just in how the atmosphere works there and the their orbit cycle and all these different things. There's a lot there. Okay, well, what's the closest thing we can start trying this shit out on? Well, we got the moon.
Yep.
Right, so they're going to give it a shot, man, and see what the fuck happens. And I've heard some people say, oh, this could affect tides and fish populations and all of these things. And I get it, Phil. I understand that that's a concern. But what I'm saying is if we can't figure out how to deal with that at this scale, we're not going to be able to deal with it on a solar system wide scale. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
dude,
I mean,
we
you gotta do something. You know,
have to let go of this whole "this is a level man was not meant to go" bullshit. No. There'll be a point if humanity can manage not to fucking destroy themselves. There will be a point that comes where we have to come to grips with things like moving planets out of their orbit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Things like, okay, this isn't one we could live on, but this is one with a lot of resources. So we're going to grind it up and use it. You know what I mean? We're going to have to get, and that shit sounds scary to people, I understand. But nature is nature, and is it any different than cutting down a tree or a beaver building a dam, for that matter? It's not like we're synthesizing something that doesn't exist. You're rearranging existing resources to better suit the dominant life form, which, if we're able to live on multiple planets other than maybe tardigrades, I would say is humanity. And why not accept that crown as being the very best? And if you're going to be the very best, why don't you fucking act like it? You know what I'm saying, man?
It's true. It's true. I mean, like, you know, take Jupiter, for instance. You know, it's a gassy giant. We can't live there. You know, it's full of storms and shit like that. But what if we found a way to set up some sort of a power generator system in there, in that endless storm that goes on in Jupiter, and we're just generating power and transmitting it to Earth somehow?
I 100% agree. Something like that would be fucking groundbreaking. Now, granted, are we ready to do this tomorrow? No, of course not. But the people that think that it's a waste of money, yeah, I don't know about that, man, because in 20 years, we could be looking at a lot different picture here on Earth. Maybe we should be prepared for this fucking shit. You know what I mean?
I think so, buddy.
I mean, space weather's crazy, but we got to get a grip on how to deal with it. There was a time in humanity's history when they didn't know how to get out of the fucking rain yet. You know?
You're right.
You've got to put aside this idea that the time where you're alive should be the arbitrary stopping point for how far technology goes. Everybody's glad that it got up to the point that they have their air conditioning and Wi-Fi, but then when people want to go further, they go, oh, no, this is too much. Oh, stem cells, oh, that's too much. We shouldn't do stem cells. Oh, space travel, oh, that's too much. I don't know who you are to think that you know where the stopping point is. If anything, you're playing God by saying that. The people with those opinions, I mean. Not yourself, Phil. You know what I mean.
You call it, you'd say, me? You talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's preposterous.
That's just the case. That's just the case, man. So, I don't know. It's going to take a long time to get there. But I'll tell you what else, man. NASA is already going for the kill when it comes to the moon. NASA picks a landing site at the moon's south pole for an ice drilling robot. Holy shit, they finna start drilling and they're drilling for ice. This is literally a Futurama plot.
You know what I mean? On the moon.
Not the whalers on the moon one, the one where they deploy the giant ice drill to cool off the ocean. Dude, what if that's the plan we have? We're gonna use moon ice to cool off the oceans on Earth.
Nice.
Oh my God.
I'm into it. Let's do it.
Now that's a temporary solution. Now, while all of this is happening, you also have to learn how to live in a very different environment than what we have on Earth down here, man, which can be tough, but they're working on it. NASA astronauts harvest green chilies on the International Space Station and make space tacos. Man, nicely done.
Space peppers, bro.
Now, I don't personally want space chilies, but, you know, some people like them. All I'm saying is they're successfully growing. They didn't take these up there. They planted these in space and grew them. You know what I mean?
Hell yes.
That's a nice little step to take. That's a nice little step to take. But I'll tell you, every great achievement of mankind comes at a cost. And for this one in particular, unfortunately, the SpaceX toilet leaked, forcing astronauts to use diapers right after eating those space tacos. So, I tell you what, man, no pain, no gain. You got to put up with the tough stuff if you want to become interplanetary, and that's the whale's honest truth, whether you're dead or alive.
None of it's true. Never once has it been
not true. The fucking science is settled, Phil.
The science is never settled. Gee, that's what science is.
Into water and then you breathe that water.
system
Clean
is
your
very
own piss.